So let us discuss on what need to be done with the unused GPIO pins of microcontroller, or in fact any IC. So like let us assume we have a IC, okay, which basically has pins around this IC, right? So let us assume there are several pins, okay, and some of them are connected and some of them are not connected. Not connected by mean not connected in the external circuit, but they are connected inside the IC. So most of the times when this particular device, this particular IC is reset, if you take a microcontroller, these pins by default becomes input pins. So if you take any microcontroller, by default the pins will be in the input state. If you want to do an output operation on a pin, or example drive an LED, you will configure it as output and then use it. Now, in these cases, right, input pins are very sensitive. So any unused pins are to be configured uh, properly as high or low, else this might pick up noise that is present on your PCB, and this could be a EMIMC problem on your board, where the noise could interfere with the chip operation, which might result in an unintended output. Now, these particular pins, which are all input and not used in the circuits, they might be connected with pull up or pull down. Okay, either of these can be used to connect them. Now, this is the case with input pins. Let us assume there is an output pin, okay, which is not connected anywhere in the circuit. So this particular thing, right? This particular pin, you need not do anything. You can leave as is, because this is an output pin and it only tries to drive, and there won't be any input to this pin, right? And less chance that it affects the operation of this IC. So output pins are not a problem. Input pins are unconnected input pins specifically are a problem which need to be terminated. Now termination can be two types, right? You can terminate it through a resistor, right? Like example, if you have a pull up to a particular line, okay, so you can terminate it to a specific value like V 3.3 volts, or you can have a pull down on that line. So either of these can be done. So this is the preferred way of termination, where you terminate it through a resistor rather than connecting to a voltage or a ground. So this is very, very important. Now, in case if you want these pins to be you don't want to add too much bomb in your circuit. Let us assume the scenario. So in this scenario, right, it is always there is always an option to configure this input pin as an output pin and leave it unconnected. But again, this adds an additional code in the circuit, additional configuration which is unintended. So that could be another choice which can be done in the code, rather than having resistors, or basically the terminating resistors in the hardware. Hope we gave a glimpse of what to be done with the unused pins. Please post if you have any questions. Please post if you have any previous experience and you have seen scenarios with unused pins which affected your circuit functionality. Thank you.